Greetings, sending you all some warm, positive vibrations. This is Body-Culinary, and I'm coming to you this very hot day just to share a little bit of what I eat. Simple fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, herbs, and spices. And today, our little meal, our quick little meal is inspired by Tulsi. Tulsi, which is also known as holy basil, which we pulled right from the garden. It grows really easily. We've got some really nice seeds, so they proliferated really nice. And after we harvested the first batch, now we've got more seeds to collect. So I just thought I'd share that with you. So if you're interested in checking out this quick, lovely little meal that's plant based food that loves you back, please stay tuned. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm Body Culinary, professional chef, personal trainer, natural born woman, mother, lover of a natural lifestyle, or as close as I can get to it in these times that we're living in. And on this channel, I love to share some of my journey of radical self acceptance as someone that's had a truckload of acne, whiteheads, blackheads, all kinds of pimples, cystic acne, you name it, as well as yeah, that was really interesting. As well as I'm one of those humans with very fine, kinky, cottony, delicate, Afro textured hair. It's a hair texture that many of us have been frustrated with throughout our lifetime, and I feel so fortunate that now we have options, especially if you have very, very fine hair and you intend to keep it on your head. I mean, I could always cut it off. I like myself with short hair, but I'm going along for the ride to see what my hair does, what this unique DNA marker does. And I love an active lifestyle. So usually I run from a movement practice to the garden, jump on my bicycle, messing with the bunnies. So I really like to be able to sweat my hair out. There's nothing really to sweat out anymore. To enjoy my eyebrows, to enjoy my own eyelashes, to allow my skin to breathe. I can appreciate a fresh face full of makeup. There are some styles with wigs and weaves that are very creative that look really attractive. However, for my personal lifestyle, this is what I'm choosing. You'll have to find your own sweet spot. So, uh, before I share with you this cute little meal, let me let you know about some of the offerings that are available. If you're interested in flower fit coaching and community, if perhaps you're interested in taking on or trying on for size whole, fresh, living, unprocessed foods as a lifestyle, there is a full guide with a lot of insight that could perhaps shorten your learning curve and save you a lot of money off of all kinds of supplements and just really make it a lot easier. There's no processed foods, it's all fresh, whole, living, unprocessed foods. You don't even need a dehydrator for this particular book. There's also, as well as Flower Fit Coaching and Community, there is Whole Living Foods in the Hood with menus to fit your budget. Lots of different shopping lists and shortcuts for budgeting your spending plan. And there's also Natural Beauty No Products. So I use the foods that I'm eating on my hair and my skin. So perhaps you might be interested in trying these things off the side. Maybe you just want to liberate yourself from your shower caddy. I found that extremely liberating, and I don't intend on bringing it back because over here in this little corner of the internet, natural bodies matter. If you got small breasts, whatever your size, if your body's a little fluffier, we deserve to feel comfortable in our own hair and skin, right? In contrast to just blindly following behind someone's made up moving goalpost of beauty. So, in any event, today, right, and you feel free if you like the content here, feel free to like if you get some value, share it, replay it perhaps when you're decluttering, cutting up your fruits and vegetables, or stretching on your yoga mat. Okay, so here's our meal today. Here is our meal today. And I love a lot of color and sauce. And you know what's so interesting? There is no oil today. I don't know how to get, I'm never great with getting in front of the camera. So here's our holy basil right here. And our sauce, the flowers are from the garden. We have fresh hot peppers and tomatoes. And we're not using any tofu for meat. We're using everything fresh. So there's no dairy, there's no animal flesh here. And mind you, whatever you choose to eat is your personal journey. It's not for us to make each other wrong, to shame each other for what we're eating. You'll come to clarity on your own, on your journey. And your 3 lifestyle practices are some of your biggest tools to give you access to clarity on what is going to work for you. Movement therapy, right? Your personal movement practice. Garden therapy, so relaxing. Food sovereignty, you know exactly what's in your food. And peaceful consumption, food that loves you back. So a lot of times, a lot of my meals will have so many fruits and vegetables, more than most people are eating per week. And there's no oil here at all. It's, you know, it's really something to learn how to manipulate the whole fresh living unprocessed ingredients. Now keep in mind, I wouldn't freeze this. Um, this is not meant to last for months. Well, I mean, I say months, for weeks on end. The food is meant to be eaten fresh. So you want to eat food that is going to rot. It's not rotten, but you want to eat food that's going to rot, because then, you know, it has all of that distinction that I love: whole, fresh, living water inside of the food that is nutrient dense, and your cells and your mood can recognize the difference. Very different from eating a whole lot of FDC, blue, red. These things are very harmful to our nervous system. They compromise our nervous system, our immune system. Sometimes they give you a really intense flavor kick, but then they leave you hanging because there's no nutrition following behind all of that flavor. And a lot of the flavor is artificial, which can stimulate false appetite so that your tongue starts to chase refined processed sugar, salt, fat, sugar, salt, fat, sugar, salt, fat, sugar, salt, fat. So even knowing that is really wonderful if you can have some things to look forward to, where you can take, just like we're taking hair, if you decided to go on this Afro flower or Afro locks journey, freedom hair journey, just like the food is off the table, so now you don't have to worry about, your hair. You don't have to be concerned about your hair. Out of the way, off the table. This is something else you can take off the table in terms of being super concerned about dieting and all that other stuff. You don't have to worry about that, right? This is all fresh, whole, living, unprocessed foods. It's the easiest thing in the world. It's like a best kept secret. And by the way, I've been rinsing my hair again with water, and today I gave it, I don't even want to call it, we have put all these names on it, a mask or this or that. I've been using the fresh whole fenugreek. Hey, greetings, Tamiko. Tamiko, guess what we got here, Miss Tamiko? Dun, 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 dun. So you don't need any dehydrator for this. So those dehydrators, they can represent transitional fun foods. However, it's interesting being on this path for a while. Your taste buds will start to change over time, and I really don't crave a whole lot of dehydrated or heavy foods like that anymore, which is amazing to me because, as I've shared before, I was a junk food junkie. So it's really wonderful to get to a point where you like the hydration in the food and where you can taste the natural sweetness inside the fruits and the vegetables. I don't need agave nectar. I don't need honey. I did just find some honeycombs inside of the garden. I did get stung in my face and my butt and my arm. And I don't buy or eat honey. And if we hadn't sprayed it, I'll tell you the truth, I would have tasted it. I would have, vegan and all. I would have tasted those honeycombs coming out of my garden. I would have tasted it. That's just it. So I don't buy honey, but I would have tasted it. So you'll find your own sweet spot just for the experience because it was so beautiful. The fragrance was like, oh my gosh. I posted a picture of the honeycombs that we got in the garden. I posted it inside of the community section so you all can take a look. I'm telling you, the garden has so many surprises in it, and in getting connected with your food and growing at least two things, starting with something beautiful to look at, maybe a simple pothos plant, which is easy to propagate and to grow and to split into other plants, and some type of herb. It really shortens your learning curve if you're one of those people looking to reshape your body or looking for weight release. Some folks say weight loss. I like to say weight release. It can save you so much time because it will really help you to shift your mindset. What's in this delicious dish today? So, you saw the honeycomb? So today we have Lola Rosa lettuce, which you can get the seeds for and you can grow. I have microgreens. I have Tulsi, which is really, I love this herb. It's holy basil, which is actually really good for depression. I have plum tomatoes. And Tamiko, I have this sesame crumble from our 7-day, from our nutritional reset. So what I did, I tweaked I tweaked the sesame crumble today, right? So we have that meaty texture today. I tweaked it with some mushrooms and marinated some mushrooms. So that's a little tweak. It can really give you a meaty texture. So it's not necessary to have all these heavy processed soy foods. I used to eat them at one time, and that's where you may be on your journey. So I invite you to perhaps press pause on beating yourself up and know that you can have some things to look forward to. You have some tastes, textures, flavors to look forward to. It's actually amazing how simple and beautiful fresh food can be. I also have some red cabbage and also these little flowers I'm growing out in the garden. So, oh my gosh, it's a lot of fruits and vegetables in here. Yeah, the Tulsi is the star today. Mm. And also some fresh hot pepper. I love fresh hot pepper. Mm. And fresh turmeric, not the turmeric powder. If you have turmeric powder, that's what you use. I encourage you as much as you can to get the fresh whole living ingredients because there's a difference in the flavor. Also, the very volatile essential oils and perfumes and some of the nutrients in living water you still find intact when you get the whole fresh living food. So if you can get the fresh turmeric, perhaps you can find it where there are Caribbean products where those are sold, like the coconut cream, not coconut cream and curries and linseed, all those different Caribbean spices and seasonings. That's usually where you can find fresh turmeric. Sometimes you can also find fresh sorrel. Some people call the turmeric also yellow ginger. So check it out. Let me know what you find. I'm about to dig into this, but I did want to come on and show you one more time. I'm about to dig in. One time I couldn't even contain myself. That's one of the shit. I'm really eager to taste the holy basil, right? And I'm so proud of the little flowers that we're growing out in the garden, all these different fruits and vegetables. This is a lot. I remember looking at the food pyramid, which has been revised I don't know how many times, and looking year after year or every other year when they would revise the food pyramid to show the servings of fruits and vegetables. And for many of us to wrap our mind around, it seems like a struggle to get a lot of fruits and vegetables. So that is off the table in this case because there's so much enjoyment. There's so much versatility for what you can do with the fruits and vegetables on your plate. And actually, even with your hair, right? So in the area I'm in, it's hard to find things. So that's fine. We don't have to be on the whole show for products. We can go right inside the yard and pull teas and aloe, nopales. I'm going to see about growing some fenugreek and see what that process is like. So I wanted to come in and share that with y'all. Let me know what you think. What are you making that's really beautiful food that you really, really enjoy that's full of fresh living water that is really hydrating and it's delicious? Let me know. And I would love to know if you have started your garden yet. So I've been sharing some of what I've been working on in the garden. Oh, actually today, we're almost finished making a rabbit run or a bunny run. So it's interesting. Someone asked me, oh, great. How are you chasing the bunnies away? So I don't think they realize I'm not chasing the bunnies away. It's an area for the bunnies to run and play. So I free roam the bunnies. They give us the gift of their manure, which is fantastic for the garden. And it's one of the few animals that gives us cold manure for the garden. Now, I will warn you before you look at the cute bunnies and look at the pictures, they're not like dogs and cats, and they are very high maintenance, and they can be very, very expensive, and they're very, very delicate. So it's easy for them to perish. So that being said, they are great for the garden. So I'm creating a rabbit run, a bigger space because I free roam them. They will chew up your shoes, your baseboards. I mean, and they're quick fact. Did you know that bunnies, rabbits, their teeth never stop growing? So their teeth, if they don't file them and chew consistently, their teeth can grow all the way down out here. Did you know that? Did anybody else know that? Bunnies, their teeth never stop growing, so they need to chew. So we want to give them more space so they can live a happy life and do their binkies and zoomies and run, do their flying somersaults and all that other stuff. So sending you all some warm, positive vibrations. Let me know if you've started your garden, and I would love to hear if you're finding the time to create really beautiful food for yourself. Because this didn't take me long. It's just when the creative spirit hits me, I can just create from whatever is available to me. And that is something that you can cultivate. Do check out the raw vegan cakes, the Goddess and Passion Cakes. That workshop is on Body-Culinary for men. The men have been popping around my channels. There's Healthy Eating for Men. That class is on bodyculinary.com. excuse me, and preparedness, whole food preservation. If you're living or if you're endeavoring to live whole, fresh living foods, unprocessed as a lifestyle, I give you a workshop on what do you do. And this is before this whole situation is so-and-so demic or not. There are things that we can have on hand all year round to make this lifestyle so livable and so easy. So you can free up your time from worrying about here. You can free up your time from shopping so much. It's lifestyle, those practices, peaceful consumption, garden therapy, personal movement practice. These are leveraged lifestyle practices that we all have access to. So see you soon. Check out Pasta Peaceful Eating with a K, full belly on TikTok and FB, YouTube, and Instagram, Body Culinary Instagram. All right, see you all soon.